So right now I'm going to be talking about pricing and why the pricing of your home in the market is probably the most important thing to get right in terms of selling your home. But before I talk about that, I just wanted to bring up a couple of quick things. Number one, it's important to remember that when your property is listed for sale, it's in competition for buyers. And it's in competition with other homes for those buyers. In fact, as a rule of thumb, your property at any one time is going to be competing against 6 or 7 other properties listed in the marketplace. And the other thing is that in normal market conditions, there are more properties than buyers. So we've seen recent markets where there's more buyers than available properties, but it is far more common for properties to be more abundant than buyers. So buyers are in shorter supply. Okay, so as we look at this graph, you'll see a couple things. The green bands that you see are price brackets. So some homes are listed in higher price brackets and some in lower price brackets. So why are some properties listed in higher price brackets while others are listed in lower price brackets? So to explain this, I've simplified things here for you. Number one, price depends on location. Some locations are more valuable than others. Number two, lot size. Larger lots are typically worth more than smaller lots. And in fact, wider lots are more valuable than narrower lots. Number three, age, size, and layout. Newer homes are usually worth more than older homes. Larger homes are more valuable than smaller homes. More bedrooms and bathrooms equals more value. Layout, although more subtle, is really important. How rooms are arranged in a house matters a lot and directly affects value. Number four, updating. Renovations and updating inside a home are obviously really important. Kitchens and bathrooms matter the most. The reason I'm mentioning these categories is that it's important to know that homes listed in a higher price bracket will belong there because they have better location, larger lot size, more updating. So let's have a look at the graph. Let's say that the red house in the middle is yours. Let's also pretend, for the purposes of this graph, that the homes listed in higher price brackets are listed correctly in terms of price. So they will have a better location, lot size, more updating, etc. Let's also assume that the red house is listed correctly as well. We'll want to assume this in this case because there will always be homes that are overpriced in the marketplace. But it's true that there will always be homes that are correctly priced. So for this demonstration, we're assuming that all these homes are priced correctly. So as we look at the graph, and as time marches along, homes sell and new homes enter the marketplace. It's a constant cycle. Now let's say we decide to price your home higher. What happens when we do this? What happens is that we push it into a higher price bracket. Now, your home is suddenly competing against homes that have better location, bigger lot size, more updating, etc. What we've really done is move your home into a price bracket that it doesn't compete in. It's being shown to buyers that are comparing it to more valuable properties, whether it's location, lot size, or whatever. And because buyers usually look at homes at the upper end of their affordability or comfort zone, your home will be helping these other homes to sell. How does that make you feel? Over the years, I've come across lots of, call them objections, that sellers have with regard to pricing. So I'm just going to talk a bit about that. So people might say, well, buyers can always make an offer, can't they? Or I want to leave enough room, or I don't want to come down too quickly. Here's the thing though, if the price is right, buyers will gladly pay it. That's right. Buyers just want the right home. If your home shows well and is being marketed properly and it's priced properly, it will have the highest chance possible of selling quickly and for the highest price possible. I've worked with enough buyers to know that this is 100% true. When I'm working with a buyer, and if I'm doing my job correctly, they quickly learn which properties are a good deal and which ones aren't. So, why can't a buyer just make an offer? Simple. They typically won't even see your home. Most buyers look at the top of their price range, the price range that they're qualified to or are comfortable paying. If your house is moved up, say 2 price brackets, they won't even see it. And realtors don't want to show it either, even though it might be the perfect home for their buyers. Why? Because in the realtors' minds, you might not be willing to sell it for market value. What if you really believe that your home is worth that higher price? It's not worth taking the chance. In order for a buyer to submit an offer, they have to make an emotional investment. What happens if they do that but are unable to buy your house? It's a lose-lose situation. Buyer falls in love with your house, buyer makes an offer. Buyer doesn't get the house, buyer blames the realtor. So to sum up, your best chance of selling your home for the highest price possible in the shortest period of time is to price it correctly for the marketplace.